Hey pen friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin. For today's video, I wanted to share with you 5 different fountain pens for under $5. So these pens would be great for if you're just getting into the fountain pen hobby and don't want to spend a lot of money, or maybe you're just looking for a knockaround pen, something that you can take with you on the go and you wouldn't be terribly remiss if it happened to get a little scuff here or there. In any of those cases, these pens would be great to consider. First up, I want to talk about the fountain pens from Daiso, and that probably doesn't come as a surprise to any of you. I've talked about the Daiso fountain pens a lot on my channel, and there are several different styles that I've come across. I'm sure that there are more out there, but the first one I want to talk about are the metal body fountain pens. I have done a whole video talking about this and another fountain pen that I have from Daiso, so I'll have that linked in the description box below if you want a more in-depth look at this pen. But just a couple of things to note. This fountain pen does come in 2 colors. I have the white and the silver. It only comes with a medium nib, and they supply you with 2 blue ink cartridges, I believe, when you first purchase the pen. And then there are additional ink cartridge packs available at Daiso. But personally, I didn't care for the blue ink that it came with, so I ended up just flushing out the cartridge. This pen does have what I would call a very petite nib. In terms of its design, I feel like this pen has a really slim profile. There's definitely some weight to it because it's a metal body pen. It's about 16 grams in weight, 13.5 centimeters in length, and 4.5 centimeters around. And at $1.50, I feel like this pen is such a great value. It's one I continue to use time and time again. Would be great for if you're just getting into fountain pens. But personally, even as I continue along in my fountain pen journey, I use this pen for any shimmer or sheening inks. That way, if my pen happens to get damaged in the process, it's not a terrible loss, but so far it's held up, and like I said, it's just an awesome pen. Next up is another fountain pen from Daiso, but it's one that I haven't talked about before, so it's making its debut in this video. It is the Daiso Hauser fountain pen. I had seen a couple of videos on this prior when I was kind of just scouring the internet to find out what other fountain pens Daiso offered, but I hadn't seen this one in any of my stores until recently. So this pen comes in a transparent grayish purple body as well as a transparent blue. What's interesting about the Daiso Hauser fountain pen is that I didn't see a nib size labeled on the package, but my best guess is that it's a medium. Unlike the previous pen that I shared with you, this one does come with 2 black ink cartridges, and I just think, and maybe this is just me and my personal opinion and I need to get over myself, but I feel like fountain pens should come with black ink cartridges versus blue. I feel like blue is sort of a cop-out and blue isn't as universally used, but that's just my very biased opinion. Now, I know I said with the last fountain pen that it had a very small nib. Well, this is a very, very small nib. It almost feels like it's trying to be a hooded nib, but it's not quite. The size definitely does not affect the quality of performance. It's such a smooth writing experience. It actually reminds me a lot of when I got my Miniso fountain pen and how wonderfully rich the ink would lay onto the page. So a very similar positive experience with this one. In terms of its style, it's very different from the metal body Daiso pens. This one is a plastic body and the clip is much larger. There's a little bit of these like grippy dots around the cap, I guess to help you take the cap off. But on the actual grip section, it's quite smooth. It weighs 12 grams, so it's a much more lightweight pen. It's 14 centimeters in length and 4.5 centimeters all the way around. This pen is only $1.50, and at that price, I feel like it's definitely worth checking out. I of course couldn't do this video without mentioning the Miniso fountain pen. I have a full video about this, comparing it to its original inspiration, the Chula Vista. So if you want to check out that, I will have it linked off in the description box below. This pen comes in 3 colors. The clear demonstrator that I have here, it also comes in white and black. Now, the packaging says that this comes with an extra fine nib. Let me tell you up front that it is not an extra fine nib. I don't know what they're basing that comparison off of. It's much more like a medium, maybe even like between a fine and a medium. If you want to see some writing comparisons, again, check out that video that I have linked in the description box below. It does come with 2 black ink cartridges, so that's 2 big thumbs up for me. This pen weighs about 17 grams and is 14 centimeters in length and 5 centimeters all around. And while it doesn't come with a converter, at least not one that I'm aware of, you can flush out the ink cartridge and fill it up with the ink of your choice. In terms of the style, it's pretty much a spot-on replica of the Chula Vista. I did get this pen while I was in the Philippines, so the prices may be a little different, but it did come out approximately to $2.30. So if you can find this at Miniso, I would definitely recommend trying it out. Next up, let's talk about the Wingsome 3009. It does come in several colors. I have the purple one to share with you, but you can also get it in pink, light green, fluorescent yellow, and I believe you can get it in clear. And what I like about it is it actually has a hooded style nib. So if I remember correctly, that actually helps the nib from drying out. What sets this pen apart from my previous suggestions is that it's a piston filling pen, so it has a much larger ink capacity, and it's styled into a clear demonstrator body so you can appreciate your ink sloshing around while you write. This pen weighs approximately 21 grams and is 14 centimeters in length and 5 centimeters all the way around. The Wingsome 3009 definitely seems like it draws inspiration from the TWSBI Eco. It does have a triangular grip, so maybe it's more inspired by the Eco T, but there are some differences in terms of the cap. It's smooth all the way around, and then it has the Lamy inspired clip. I do want to say that this pen is one that I've started using recently, but I feel confident in recommending it to you because it was sent to me by my pen friend Daniel, and he's just amazing with fountain pen suggestions. So thank you, Daniel, for sharing this with me, because now I have the opportunity to share it with the rest of you. I know some of you may fight me on this suggestion because it does come in a 4-pack. So you're paying around $16 up front, but if you look at the price per pen, it comes out to around $4. So I feel like it was still worth suggesting because it's an amazing value. Even if you only wanted like one color, maybe you could go in on it with some other pen friends and purchase it together. I do want to talk about the Wingsome 3008. This one is an extra fine, and it does come in several other colors. This one is pink, but I believe it also comes in blue, I think silver and gold. Don't quote me on those last 2 colors. And it's also available with a gold trim. This pen seems highly reminiscent of the TWSBI Diamond 580, but is available at a fraction of the price. So it is the same scenario as the previous Wingsome pen that I shared with you. It comes in a pack, but if you divide it per pen, it only comes out to approximately $4.25. This pen is approximately 22 grams in weight, 14 centimeters in length, and 5 centimeters all the way around. Unlike the previous Wingsome pen, this does have some metal components to the body, but it also is a piston filling pen, so you'll have the benefit of a very large ink capacity. I would love to hear from you if you have any suggestions for this $5 fountain pen list. Feel free to shout out in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with a pen friend who you think might also enjoy it. You can also connect with me on Instagram. My username is @DevinLu, that's with 2 N's and 2 U's. I do my best to upload here every Thursday evening, so please take care until then. Feel free to enjoy these 2 videos linked on the screen. They'll also be linked off in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.